This is my brother Padraic, and this is what happens when you let him build a 25-foot limestone cliff inside a brand new children's museum. Hey everyone, Sean here from Rockscapes, and today I get to show you something awesome, because while I was off building artificial rock at zoos and habitats across North America, Padraic and his crew were building one of our coolest museum projects to date. This is the London Children's Museum's brand new space, and when Padraic walked in, it was just a blank room, and the museum had one big request: turn this space into a giant limestone canyon to wrap around their giant water play system. So in today's video, we're going to break down how Padraic engineered, sculpted, carved, and assembled a limestone cliff system from scratch. And by the end, you'll see the final reveal before a single visitor walked through the doors. All right, let's get started.
Almost any project, there's a ton of prep to do. There's typical drawings to create, there's samples to make, there's approvals, and all of the equipment.
And my God, getting all our panels all the way up was an absolute struggle.
Okay, whoop. Okay, back up.
The Children's Museum is located on the 4th floor of the city's Kellogg's factory, and we had to haul all of our equipment and panels through the underground maze of tunnels.
You're coming straight on right now, and you'll have to lift up a little bit.
This part sucked.
Down, start going down, a little down.
When we finally made it to the elevator, we realized our panels were way too big to fit inside, so we went with Plan B. After cutting our material in the parking lot, which is never ideal, but sometimes unavoidable, we finally managed to fit everything in the elevator, which means we can officially get this party started. We lift each individual panel in place, bolting it in the back with diagonal angle iron for strength and stability.
Okay, first panel in, we got Eddie doing the rebar edge. Break up so it's not so clean. There's going to be an actual arch here of rock. So there's going to be a stream by somebody else here. Their name is Boss. And then we're building out a rock tunnel and rock wall along here. And then we'll get ready to install these next two.
All right, next step, lathing. Now that our panels have been installed, we're ready to attach our 2.5 gauge wire mesh. The lath bridges the gaps in our panels, locking each piece together so it feels like one continuous surface when we apply our concrete. This step is essential in turning our collection of panels into a single unified rock face.
We have finished lathing all around this panel, and it's time to start fiber coating.
But what exactly is our fiber coat?
It all begins here, back at our workshop. These boxes are full of polypropylene twine, which are subsequently cut into tiny fibers with the help of our synthetic fiber chopper. After they're bagged and ready to go, we send them to the job site and mix them into our concrete. These fibers add strength, flexibility, and crack resistance, helping our rockwork handle years of weather and wear.
Okay, so I've spread out all of my mix, and you can see it's fairly smooth. But we're using our roller to give that dimpled texture, and the reason for that is because we're increasing the mechanical bond surface area exponentially. One of the reasons why it's so important is that we've been in business for 40 years, so we've learned a lot of lessons, and we want all of our work to be around in 40 more years. Good morning. Quick update. We got Nicholas up here on the scaffolding doing a fantastic job of adding fiber coat. We are waiting on what the internal look of this is. And we're looking for a plug for here and on top. And then we get to finish this whole thing.
One of the toughest parts of this build was syncing our work with Boss, the group designing the interactive stream beside our rock wall. They were so great to work with, but since their setup was being built off-site while ours was on-site, we had to do a lot of guesswork to make sure both systems would mesh properly once everything came together.
So we have a waterfall that starts on top, but we need the face and where to understand where this interactive for the other company starts. It's going to be a big stream that winds through this whole area. We just need to know exactly where and how that is so that we can finish off this face.
On top of that, we were sharing the space with multiple trades, each one with their own priorities and deadlines.
Morning.
How you doing?
Very good.
Finding our rhythm in that controlled chaos was its own kind of art. Just another layer to the challenge of bringing this space to life.
Okay, today is finally the day we get to finish coat this whole wall. So Alec is finishing up the final bit of the arch, the most ridiculously difficult underhang of all time. And I am going to start over here and work my way all the way across and see how much finish coat we can get done today. I'm trying to build up some shape. We got some crazy underhangs right here. We have a very cool interactive slate, magnetically slate wall, and they're gonna have like all the magnets and then they get to draw all over it. So this is like a frame for that.
Here you can see Padraic is using our custom stamp, a tool designed to imprint realistic textures and patterns directly into the wet finish coat. After stamping, the artist carved cracks, joints, and edges by hand, seamlessly blending the stamped textures with sculpted details. Covering this entire structure with the finish coat took a lot of work, but just wait, you're about to see that it's all worth it.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind, and that's because I was sick and then I had a number of meetings that took away from carving. So what do I have to do? Finish off this wall, the underside of that, the bottom ledge of this tiny bit. Major challenge. I've got to break this up. It's too flat, too rounded on its edges, so I'm actually going to build this whole part out to become one, and then that crack comes across, and then on here, I'm going to build that whole bottom. So I could utilize some of these spots without too much work, but I've really got to build up a lot of material in the other sections. And then the hardest of all of them, the underside of this arch, doing by hand. It's a tough one. I do love the limestone for carving. It's just so much fun. It's a little bit busier. It's a lot more manual work in terms of carving. And when it's using the proper stamps, it helps a lot, especially with the mapping and the texture. And at the end of the day, I'm super, super proud of this piece. It turned out amazing. I was very, very worried about the tunnel, but between the structure, fiber coat, and now finish coat, I think we nailed it. Okay, so carving the front face of this, and the cool part is this will be a stainless steel waterfall that's actually connected to a polypropylene sheet that will go in front of this. So really all we're trying to do is get a little bit of dramatic lines that will actually show up behind that clear plastic. We also desperately need to make sure that the lines from this connect and make sense all the way through the front and over to here. We've thrown the mud, we've stamped the mud, we've rolled the mud, and now we're actually carving. So you can see we're making a little bit busier and a little bit more dramatic than typical, but that's because it's going to be softened so much by both the water and the plastic. Okay, officially finished the stream wall. The whole face is done, the cap is done. Everything is ready for Boss to set in their stream and also ready for us to paint. We're gonna have to tape all of the edges, plastic everything so that we can spray paint unhindered and without any type of worry about how much mess we're gonna make.
What an incredible project this was, and we couldn't be happier with the finished build. While you're here, consider checking out our other videos on our work at the London Children's Museum. We go in depth on how we crafted this gorgeous rock and ice cave, a dinosaur dig pit, a massive forest and treehouse, and now, with this wall complete, our work here is officially done. What was your favorite part of this build? Have you been to the London Children's Museum? Are you planning to visit? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.